Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, which is, as I understand it, a very traditional open-world RPG, on this occasion based on the legends of King Arthur, and that's all fine. But let me tell you what really caught my attention about this game, which is, on the Steam page, the way the setup is described is, this is a universe trapped in everlasting autumn. And I find that a really interesting concept. Like, everlasting winter, fine. I see how that's a problem. We all freeze to death. But everlasting autumn? Like, what's so bad about everlasting autumn that it generates this sort of apocalyptic scenario that we can see in front of us? Like, were there too many leaves on the ground? Was it a bit too damp on occasion? Was society paralysed because everyone spent too much time wondering whether or not they should put on a coat before they went out today? So, okay, just need to play this game to figure out what precisely is so bad about this apocalyptic autumn scenario.
600 years ago, King Arthur led the great escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four-Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more, and the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn.
You see, right there, everlasting autumn. And honestly, I don't see what everlasting autumn's got to do with any of the things that you just said to me, but okay, I can't deny, I find it incredibly charming that this is a deliberately very grim, edgy, dark take on the tales of King Arthur, including spelling Camelot with a K to make it a bit edgier, you say. Oh, and I tell you what, as someone who's played a lot of Bethesda open world RPGs, I feel right at home straight away. Because I've woken up in a cell, but I've no idea what crime, if any, I'm supposed to have committed, so, oh, this feels nice and comforting immediately.
So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you?
And okay, I'm building my character by answering his questions, so, okay, what have we got here? Basically, yes, we're just boosting various skills. And apparently, if I'm a smuggler, I immediately get +3 to agility, which slightly increases jump height, so jumping's a skill I could increase. 10 out of 10, game of the year, obviously I'm going for that, yes.
A common thief. I knew it. So, are you one of those who sneak in and steal whatever's valuable when nobody's looking? Or one of the cowards who shoot people from a distance?
Okay, I feel like this is the sort of question I shouldn't answer without a lawyer present, like I'm incriminating myself really badly right now. But go on then, let's take some sneaking, lock-picking, etc. for now.
Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to start... I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell. But them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are. Finally. I know. You've a million questions. But they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Honestly, I don't have that many questions. I kind of just assumed I was the chosen one in this dying land, etc, etc. That's how it typically goes, after all. Also, delightfully, I've literally just left my starting cell, and the guard is sort of jiggling, because the physics is a bit wonky. And if I just open and close the cells, it makes him jiggle around a bit more, so... Okay, so this is just someone making their own version of the Elder Scrolls. Got it. Oh, and I was just sneaking around. And my sneak's gone up. So, right, we've also got, yes, Elder Scrolls style leveling up by, like, doing. I think I just saw over here. It's literally the same lockpicking game as later Bethesda game. So, okay, someone who really just wants to make their own Bethesda game. Got it! Do I see a person over there who's probably a bad person? Right, no trouble, sir. No trouble at all, no. No, 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 no. Never mind, give him a whack, 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 give him a whack. Sorry, really sorry about this, but you're the ones who put me in prison for... I don't know, actually, as is tradition, I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, and he was doing experiments on a brain, and I could take the brain with me. Like any gamer, I could take the brain. And the amputation knife, too. On the downside, though, apparently on my character sheet, I've got, the Red Death. I am sick and will soon die. There is no cure. Now, that, I'll admit, is a bit of a downer, yes. Oh, and by the looks of it, right. The place I am right now, it's kind of where they're keeping a lot of people who have got the whole Red Death thing going on. So, okay. That's why I was taken here. So in here, poor old Ethan, very, very dead. However, ramblings of a weary mind. The first and only king who visited me the night before. People with the Red Death are having visions of Arthur. So right, Arthur will probably be reaching out to me to have a chat about how I'm the chosen one in a bit. Anyway, keep on keeping on, though by the looks of it... Right, I feel like possibly the Red Death eventually gets a bit, nasty in some capacity. And you guys become, like, zombies or whatnot. So, okay, I've got a block, I've got a dodge, I've got a swing, and I could do a big double attack. So, you, and then back away. Okay, this game's not kidding when it comes to damage. That was a lot of health we just lost. So, push you, and then, oh, bloody, okay, right, so, turns out, maybe... Right, this is one of those games that takes difficulty seriously. You just need to go down my... Oh, bloody hell, they're quite tough, actually. I mean, I did just specifically tell that guard, hey, I, like, run away from my problems when I can. So we should probably do that. Can you guys operate doors, by the way? I mean, he can stick his head through a door. But he does seem to be struggling to open it, so I'm going to call this a huge win. Oh, health potions. Right, that could be bloody useful. Together with drowner tongues, more brains. Right, possibly need to, like, you know, combine some of these to make potions, because I'm just assuming there's going to be alchemy in this game. Yep, there we go. There's alchemy. Okay, if I'm playing a janky open world RPG, it's time to start fighting fire with fire. So, if I'm currently weak, eat literally everything. Oh, you see, there we go, I feel much better. And as for the undead, just wait for them to come in, and then, like, hit them through the door, which they're sort of poking through, but they can't actually get through. So, right, just charge up a big attack. Hit you, down you go. Okay, time to fight Jank with more Jank. Right, so that's all them dead, and on top of that, if I open the door, yes, one of them was stuck in the door, they just sort of fell through it, so, okay. Immediate problem with zombies taken care of. There's no shrine, presumably to Arthur or something. Also, based on what I've seen, no. Based on what I've seen so far, I don't want to fight, like, literally every enemy in the game. I'm just going to let those priests do their own thing and leave everything alone. Okay, the alchemy station, you say? And if I blend booze and sage, I could make a healing concoction, though I think I just ate all the sage in order to survive against the zombies. Ooh, small issue, mind. Okay, the alchemy lab is also not entirely unguarded, so this is just one person. That's fine. Charge up a mega attack, and... Go! Oh, that's a sneak attack right there. So, okay. Down you go. Beautiful. Help myself to your equipment, etc., etc., though nothing I've not seen before. Were these health potions? Right now, you, sir, you were the right person to kill. I will say, though, it is bloody dark in here. We could do with a few more sconces floating around, lads. Okay, so as I suspected, because I shoved all the sage in my mouth when I was trying to get over that whole zombie attack thing, I can't make a health potion. But apparently, I can make a mana potion, Which makes me think, yes, what I really need to do, like, in a hurry, is learn how to do magic. So, make as many of those as we can. Alchemy starts moving in the right direction. So yeah, we're playing by Elder Scrolls rules. As I do something, I get better at it.
You're not one of them. Please, free me.
Also, I'm so sorry. I thought you were dead. And, oh. That's true. We are kind of in, like, you know, an asylum for the plague and whatnot. So, not sure I should.
That's not the kind of freedom I'm asking for. There's no saving me now. Even if I could escape, I'd only be putting others at risk. You have to kill me. And when it's done, please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know I didn't run.
Okay, I'm guessing you've got a whole complicated backstory here. But fine, try and remember this guy if you run into a Fergus. Right, so up to your head, charge, power attack, and... Okay, there's the tag. Beautiful. You know, I can't deny, I am rather enjoying, yes, how flipping wide open this tiny area is, despite being a very much tutorial town. So, I could just, like, you know, crack on. But, there's this area down below. I can see there's a way to access it, so hang on. I'm pretty sure I just saw in, yes, the lab I was in a second ago. If I just cut through here, there was a way down in this direction. That should bring me, there we go. Let's see, uh-oh. See a slight issue, which is, right, there's a bunch of people down there. That's clearly an optional area with a lot of trouble. However, I was about to say I just found a bow on a corpse. But on top of that, apparently I also found a magic spell. Sorry, this was an item in the, you know, alchemy room. I thought it was like, you know, a burning ember. But no, it was the spell burning ember. Sorry, missed that. So, okay, zoom in. And, okay, that'll do some good work. And then, right, you guys know where I am. I'm not 100% convinced they know how to get in the hole. So, oh, we are in pure jank territory. Just do us some magic on you. On a fire, please. Hello over there. Yes, I'm in a hole, but you don't appear to know how to duck. So, oh, we are in 100% pure jank town right now. Right, pop out to toss some magic at you. Finish off the last one. And, okay, so it turns out the enemy can't really do anything when you're inside a hole in the wall. So that's a good sniper spot, as it turns out. So this is just delightfully janky. Alright, so this room now belongs to me. I can have all the loot and whatnot. And here we go, a handful of extra potions as a reward, together with a cooking pot, though. Okay, right now I don't have any ingredients. I did, but I ate them all raw in order to not die to zombies back in the day. Seriously though, this area is very big and very open for baby's first tutorial dungeon. I quite appreciate this, so hang on. Back to, yes, the area I cleared out through whole cheese. And then, if we go this way, I swear I saw... Oh, that looks like a big old smear of blood. Right, what's at the bottom of the blood track? You know what? This is fine. I did specify I was good at jumping, so that probably means I'm good at falling, so... Okay, this is where they keep the corpses. Oh, and I may have made a slight mistake, by the way. I was just moseying around the nearby area. And a cutscene started playing. Featuring a man who's, like, wrapped his head in barbed wire. So, okay, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your McGibling. So, I'm just going to go. I'm really sorry. Can I just get somewhere where I could just, like, you know, cheese you? Maybe you can't, like, climb things or whatever. So, okay, just stay right here and...
To the prophet!
Okay, good. I found a spot where he can't get to me, I think. So if I just stay right here and then just toss damage over time at him while magic comes back. Right, so this game is... Okay, he's trying to get out the way. I just tossed it at his feet. Right, so, as it turns out, yes, game relatively easy to cheese. Right, one last fireball in your face. Down you go. Alright, I get a special legendary helmet or whatnot and all of your gear too. Okay, so this game is, yes, as it turns out, taking jank to exciting new levels. So, my new helmet means if I get whacked, the enemy takes some damage in return. Lovely. Looks pretty badass too. Excellent. He also dropped a proper breastplate that was actually worse than what I've already got. And the ring is max stamina. So sure, why not? Still, keep on keeping on, because things are possibly about to start getting a bit weird. So we've got wibbly stuff over there. And then you, right here. Okay. We may need to come back here later, once I'm officially confirmed as the Chosen One by the dream I'm about to have from King Arthur. For the time being, yeah, just loot bodies, shuffle downwards, etc, etc. And I feel like this is the sort of room where I get a vision from, like, you know, Arthur, Merlin, etc, etc. Oh yeah, I'm getting started Mass Effect 1 vibes here. I'm just gonna touch something I probably shouldn't touch, so here we go. Give it a quick poke and... Right, now I'm in a wobbly place where gravity doesn't really, like, do things. Okay, I'm guessing this is Camelot with a K because it's dark and edgy.
It's not here.
Right, incomprehensible growling. Can I stay here, by the way, because it's nice and light. I can actually bloody see what's going on here, bare minimum.
Gift. Peace. Fear. Not.
Okay, I'm starting to understand. I feel like he's about to give me the gift of being the protagonist. And oh yeah, that's a protagonist wibble right there.
I've been waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place?
Sure, why not? What are you precisely?
I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am.
Okay, you're sort of blue and a wibbly and magical. I'm gonna work under the assumption you're Merlin.
I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood.
Okay, well the intro said Arthur and Merlin came to this place and fought the Four Dwellers, so yeah, you're definitely Merlin. Oh, and I just leveled up from, like, running around and leveling up athletics too. Brilliant. Though I need to be by a fire before I can upgrade my strength, endurance, dexterity, spirituality, practicality, or perception. Or sense-per for short. Okay, so Merlin just keeps teleporting me about. I've woken up in, yes, what would appear to be a set for the Aliens franchise, but I feel like something very bad might be about to happen here. I'm sure it's all fine. Hello there, Merlin. Lovely to see you again. What's going on precisely? I'm not sure I want to touch this. But okay. Do I need to fight, like, you know, the evil king or something? Like, you know, I feel like that's potentially evil Arthur over there. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting here.
Ah, yes. I can see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one. No! I see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part of me. I'm not strong enough. For now, I will have to journey by your side until my strength returns. I'll see the world through your eyes. In return, I'll lend you what strength I have.
Okay, so I'm the chosen one. Arthur's going to be travelling around in my head. My job is to find more bits of him so he can come back properly. Gotcha! Oh, and as a result, I've now got weirdness powers. I just pushed the weirdness power button. Is that slow time? Is that just like a slow time ability? I think that might just be a slow time ability. Gotcha. Anyway, let's go and get, like, more pieces of your soul or something. Oh, I'm back where I was. And on top of that, right, now I've got King Arthur in my head. Okay, I can turn that off. That was where I went a minute ago, though that's now blocked up instead. Is this bridge now going to work? Okay, that's looking a lot more solid. Cheers, Arthur. And I think with that, I finally bloody made my way outside, so... I mean, you know what? The game wasn't lying. It's kind of, you know, not raining, but it's not sunny either. It's just a bit grey and miserable, so... Okay, it turns out it is, in fact, perpetual autumn here. So, okay, we got ourselves a beach with a hello over there. Oh, that will be the guy we were told to, like, you know, find and whatnot, so don't mind me. And sorry, pushed A instead of Y for jumping there. My mistake. I'll go back round and do that again better in a second. Just wanted to, like, you know, loop around here. Help myself to all of the supplies. As I was saying, I want to go up to the big statue before we go anywhere, because... alright, there's an essence of the wind here, and various other bits and pieces, and sage, which I need in order to make potions. Still, doesn't appear to be too much floating around this bit of the world, so how about you, sir, take me to the game proper?
There you are. It took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc, your savior. What kept you so long?
I'm gonna be honest, Caradoc. I'm not, like, 100% sure. Like, a lot of really weird stuff happens.
Well, it seems that the Red Priests managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of our king's soul back with you. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen again. And this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry.
Oh, hang on, wait, no. Oh, okay, bloody hell, right, I thought you were a friend, but it turns out you're... I was just trying to get onto a bit of high ground so I could cheese him. But no, I feel like this was possibly one of those meant-to-lose fights, given he just shot me in the back with a firebolt.
I'm sorry, but that had to be done. It shouldn't leave any lasting damage.
Okay, why did you just kill me? And as you just killed me, why am I not dead?
I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago. You've seen, no, you've felt what he's capable of. This power can't be unleashed on Avalon. Not again. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening. What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey. My goal is to destroy King Arthur. To get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collecting, and destroying them.
Right. you want me to go on and gather the pieces of soul so you can destroy them. Arthur wants me to do it so he can come back to life and be king again. So, right, you guys want the same thing, just with a different outcome.
The plan is to steal Excalibur, or at least what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound to it, and so it needs to be destroyed. The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress, but if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. Here, pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any issues. When you do, find the captain. Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest.
Oh, we can also finally set up a bonfire, so right, I can do that where I want. It kind of turns out Arthur's not very dead, so that guy is not good at his job.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And yet, here we are. Whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke of luck.
I'm gonna say we don't mention this to the guy who stabs people who've got bits of King Arthur in them. So, as for level up, I've been enjoying magic, so let's get spirituality moving in the right direction. And bloody hell, there's a lot of, yes, skill trees. Like, so many skill trees. You know what? I'm enjoying just tossing your flames everywhere. Just make my spells more powerful. That'll do fine. Okay, I think I've finally escaped Tutorial Island. So now, we're in the game proper. And the reason I'm feeling pretty sure about that is I've now got a map tab in my options. So, okay, Shadow of the Horns, that's where Excalibur is. However, I now know what we're dealing with. We're looking at a big Elder Scrolls game here. And that means you completely bloody ignore the main plot and go investigating literally everywhere else first. So, okay, I see someone over there straight away. And also various things on my compass. Hello over there. Is that a campsite? If it is a campsite. Me and you cool or oh dear. I feel like, right, no, bad corpse eater. No trouble, no flipping trouble, corpse eater friend. Okay, don't get distracted, John. You were looking over here at these here ruins, though admittedly, not sure what the drop-off on arrows is like, so. Okay, that's, oh, Drowner. Right, we heard you mention you're like a monster, so it's fine to kill you. Come back here, I need to finish you off. Here we go, a new and improved fireball doing the job nicely. Setting them on fire. Get out of the way if they lunge in. Beautiful. A little bit more flaming damage and go. Okay, get out of the way, John. They don't hit that hard. And yes, you, sir, are on fire. Which is good news. Just out of the way. You appear to be a little bit weaker. Right, my magic's a bit low. So maybe go into, like, you know, some actual knives, etc. Go in for a block if he's coming in for an attack. Then again, for the time being, that will do nicely. Two-handed, doing the job well. Right, fisherman's tunic. Possibly you used to be a fisherman. Then you turned into whatever these are precisely. And he's doing a good little Bethesda wiggle there. Gotta love a Bethesda dance. So, right, you were guarding this little area right here, and you're not marked as red. Hello? Who are you precisely? Oh, you're a goat man!
Oh, greetings, kind. Sir? Madam? Right, so, would you perchance be interested in browsing my wares? Only the finest Avalon can offer, and I, the finest I can offer, that is.
Okay, so I've just stumbled across a goat store.
Me? Of course I'm human. I was born in a human village, and my mother was a human. We lived in a house. It had a roof and holes in the walls. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be for, to be honest. But it's so easy to steal a baby through them. Not that I've ever done that. Anyway, where were we?
Okay, you're my new favourite character. We could do business. And okay, he's selling some rather cool items, like say blocking lets me convert incoming damage into mana, But yeah, I don't have the attributes to use this stuff yet, or indeed the money to afford it. Still, I will buy literally all the sage you've got. Sages are very valuable. Alright, so we just discovered a delightful, definitely not a goat man over here. Remember, he's here if we need him later. So, okay, well, I'm having a lovely time already. Now, just get up onto the high ground. I'm going to play by standard scrolls rules here. And assume that, yes, if I see something interesting in the distance, that's where I ought to go. There's definitely something over on that beach. So, right, that'll do as a starting point.
Look what you've done, you fool. It's always the same with you. Beat them up first, ask questions later, damn it. And now we have no gold, no nothing, just a pile of old stones and a dead boy.
No, come off it. Let's just take what he had and let's get out of here.
What he didn't have shut. A piece of iron and a slip of paper. You can't even wipe your arse with it. And you said you were supposed to be some great lord.
Okay, I feel like potentially if we just put some magic down in that direction. Oh, that'll do. Desperate. Oh no, I'm just tossing magic at desperate peasants. Okay, it's possible I'm not the hero here. Like, I'm really sorry for starting this actually. So, okay, now we just get down onto some different rocks. They try and make their way to me. When the time is right, we just drop down to here. They probably won't be able to follow me. So, yeah, we can just cheese people. Right, guys. Let me just quickly... Ooh, a silk hat. And a special fancy doublet. And some proper boots. And right, wow. This is all absolutely A-okay as it turns out. Just keep tossing a fire at them. Jump up onto rocks. They probably won't be able to follow me. Right, few more fire bolts to take care of you losers. I got some special potions. Various tattered peasant gear. Probably not particularly of note. However, much more importantly, the fancy doublet has actually got just as much armor as what I've already got. So, right! Now that's a much flipping better. The silk hat, however, does have less armor. But on the other hand... Right, yeah, so we're wearing that, obviously. So, they presumably just dug up this guy from here, but there was also mention of a piece of paper. Here we go. My faithful companion, you're my only hope. Go to the Your Mother's shrine, perform the following ritual, and bring me the amulet you'll surely be gifted. Granny said you needed to make an offering of a rose, some sage, and a feather. This is my last hope to save my beautiful daughter, so... okay, hang on. Hang on. I just bought a giant pile of sage. On top of that, hang on, I've got a feather. So all I need to do, really, is find a rose. Tell you what, hang on. My completely 100% human friend. Gosh darn it, he's not selling roses. Right, in which case, keep on keeping on and keep your eyes open for roses. And while I was just moseying about looking for that, I've discovered the Blood Lake. Curiously enough, there's people down here. I say curiously enough, where do you think the blood came from, John? Look, just stay focused on operation and pick some roses. Oh, but hang on. We've got a flipping rose. And chilling out right next to the roses, Abigail, who is seriously badass looking, I'll give you.
Off the leash, are we? They must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The church? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? But it doesn't matter now, that you're free. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word.
I've decided I'm just going to back away very slowly. I'm not ready for this guy just yet. But all of this, everything we've done, is worth it, as I just helped myself to a few random bits and pieces, including a potato, because, just 1 second, hang on, with my fancy bits and pieces, I should be able to make the offering. and as a result I've got a mercy amulet. That's just a free life, so if you die you just get to come back with full health, so okay, sure it's going to get used up pretty fast, but still that's pretty bloody good. I've also discovered something rather of interest down here on the beach, which is... okay, hang on. Hang on. No, I saw, there we go. One shovel. I'm pretty sure that's not just a weapon. That's a way of digging up flipping buried treasure. That gets me money, lockpicks, and yeah, I just cleared out a few basic zombies on the beach. I'm pretty sure I saw quite a few bits of buried treasure, actually. Because, yeah, they show up on account of all of these lovely little flies or whatnot around them. So, okay, coin, wine, etc., etc. So, right, free stuff are just scattered all along the beach. Though I feel like possibly I shouldn't go and investigate that guy. My video game sensors say that guy's a bit beyond me right now. Maybe, like, we come back for him later or something. Still, if I've got this right, and yeah, we just mosey up the road from the beach where I just was, this should bring me straight to my destination, the Horns of the South, though... You okay? Never mind, I thought he was dead. I think he's just looking at his shoes, or possibly, like, glitched out a bit. Oh, he's just asleep. That's way better than dead or glitched out. So, that gets me in here. But on top of that, hang on. Fergus. I was supposed to be, yes, letting a Fergus know that somebody didn't run away. I just can't remember the name of the guy. But it was that guy in the torture device, in the room where I got the magic spell, so, okay, I really hope the game remembers, because as I say, I most definitely do not. Hello there, Fergus. Oh, there we go, Ninian. His name was Ninian. He asked me to bring you, like, something, and also say he didn't flee, but I'm not saying that bit for some reason.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone.
Oh, there you go, a bit of gold and a bit of XP too, lovely. But more importantly, you, sir, look like just the sort of shop I might be after. And thanks to that guy, I could just afford a new spell too. Blood transfusion that lets me steal the enemy's health and provide it to myself, so, oh, that's precisely what I need. You lose health in a bloody hurry in this game. Now that looks a little bit better, and I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Some angry-looking people over here. Yep, you're red already, so you already don't like me. So, alright, just, yeah. Toss a fireball at you. Desperate. Oh, I'm attacking desperate peasants again, aren't I? Right, so do a bit of flame damage. Get out the way. Then I can... oh, yeah. Start sucking health back. Beautiful. Another fireball. Get out of the way. In fact, you know what? Hit me. Go on. Do a bit of damage. There you go. Bit more. Let's just, you know, prove the point here. Lovely. Right, now back away. And... yo! Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping yeah. Oh, this will flipping do right here. And then one more fireball to finish you off, please, buddy. 10 out of 10. Spell of the game. But okay, it would appear that yes, these guys aren't going to help me with this whole Excalibur business until I do a bit of work for them. And by the looks of it, yes, that could take all sorts of different forms. Like, yeah, there's a blacksmith over here who might have work for me. There's a bounty board over in this direction. There was the priest I just spoke to over there. So, okay, plenty of different ways I could maybe prove my worth and make a bit of progress towards Excalibur. Still, I would say as we finally get to grips with this magic business, I think you get the point. This here is Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, and... you know what? I actually really bloody like this. Like, sure, it's incredibly janky, borderline broken on occasion, but even so, it's got a bit of that Elder Scrolls magic to it. Is it literally, you can just look around and see interesting things in the distance, and when you go there, you meet interesting characters, and stumble across a fascinating loot, and just learn more and more about the world. There's just a lot I flipping like here, so, I would not be surprised if, yes, we dig a bit deeper into this with a bit of a live stream at some point, just so I can get my head around what's going on here a bit better, because, as I say, I like what I'm seeing here. This is very, very interesting indeed. So, okay, well worth a look, I'd say. Link in the description below, and we may well dive into a little bit more of it in the future. Let me know if you'd be interested, and we shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the delightful Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?